Why I record the classes is for, if you want me to put it on YouTube, I can put the session on YouTube for you to go it over. Right? So
Yes, sir.
starting with rules of positive and negative signs, addition and subtraction. Once the signs are the same, when the signs are the same, we add and keep the sign. Straightforward. 5 add 3. Sign in front of the 5 is positive. Right? So we add 5 and 3 is 8. This is a positive sign. We don't need to write it back. Example 2. -3, take away 7. The signs are the same. We subtract them. So add and keep the sign. So 10, -10. In example 3, we have 8 take away 5, take away 3. What we can do is 8 take away 5 is 3. Take away 3 is 0. Right? So 8 take away 5 is 3, take away 3 is 0. Or we could just add the negative signs together, right, to make it -8 and subtract. It's the same thing, same working. So when we have different signs, we subtract. And this is where we keep the sign of the larger number. So examples. And this is a straightforward one that we know from all the time. Because 7 is a positive number, we subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. 7 take away 5 is 2. And we can say that the 2 is positive. What about if it goes in the other direction? 5 take away 7. The sign in front of the 5 would have been positive. Right? And the sign is different, so we subtract. 7 take away 5 is 2. And keep the sign of the larger number. What about -7 add 12? We add in, but the sign is different. So we subtract. 12 take away 7 is 5. And keep the sign a larger number, which is positive. Any questions? A positive number multiplied by a positive number will give us a positive answer. A positive number multiplied or divided by a negative number will give us a negative answer. A negative multiplied or divided by a positive will give us a negative answer. And a negative multiplied by a negative will give us a positive. So what we really see is that when the signs are the same, the product gives a positive, oops, that's how you spell positive, positive answer. When the signs are different, the product gives a negative answer. And anybody remember what you mean in a product? Product means to multiply, right? And any division can be written as a multiplication. How? So if we say 5 oops, 5 divided by 2, we could say 5 over 2 or 5 multiplied by a half. So a division can also be a multiplication depending on how you write it, right? That's just why I use the word product and not dividend or whatever, right? Now, examples of this using the table. We don't need this here to confuse you all. So the examples. If we have 5 multiplied by -3, what are we gonna get? I go here. Because the 5 have no value, we know no sign, sorry, we know the sign is positive, right? So positive multiplied by negative, we use the table, positive multiplied by negative is a negative, and 5 she's a 15. And this one, a -10 multiplied by -4, negative multiplied by negative is a positive, so a positive 40. If you have -5 divided by -3, right? Negative divided by negative is a positive. 5 divided by 3 is 1, 2 remainder. Or you could use a calculator and get decimal, right? If you do it using calculator, you'll get 1.66 recurrent, I believe it is. Yeah, 1.666 recurrent. If you have this here, move the top, right? Again, you know the 2 is positive, so a positive multiplied by a negative is a negative. 2 by 5 is 10 over -15, right? Negative divided by negative is a positive value. And we could simplify 5 into 10, 2, 5 into 15, 3 to get 2/3.
Sir, can you explain?
So just a quick recap of what I just did, right? If we have questions that end up like this, to remove the bracket, we know is a multiply, is a understood multiply, and a multiply by a negative multiplied by a negative will give us a positive answer. If they give us a value that doesn't have a sign, we know it to be the sign to be positive, so a negative multiplied by a positive will give us a negative answer. And a by 2 is 2a, right? So negative 2a. And if you have a fraction, you take the sign of the fraction and multiply by the sign outside. So a negative multiplied by a negative is a positive, right? And you'll just put it in front of the sign. It wouldn't go on top or below, but in front of the line, right? And this is just another way of writing the table that we had from before, the table here, right? Where to remove the brackets, we know we have to multiply, so a positive multiplied by a positive value will give us a positive answer. A positive multiplied by a negative value will give us a negative answer. A negative multiplied by a positive value will give us a negative answer. And a negative multiplied by a negative will give us a positive answer. Right? So we know the answer for number 1. 3 by 5 is 15, but is the answer positive or negative? Anybody?
is
positive because the two numbers didn't have any sign.
Number 2 is -3. That's 15.
Negative, so you're correct with the negative sign, but not 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Right? And here, the signs are the same, so we can add them. 10 add 17 is 27. And then we'll bring down the takeaway, 24. And the sign is different, so we subtract and keep the sign a larger number. So 27 take away 24 is 3. The sign larger number is positive. Right? You reach number 4. Now we're working from left to right. We add in, but the sign is different, so we subtract and keep the sign. Right? So 15 take away 12 is 3. And the sign of the larger number is positive because the larger number is 15. And then you bring down the 3. And 3 take away 3 is 0. With 0, you don't need to put a positive or a negative sign. Right? Now you have to work the top part first in number 5. The sign is different. And we add in. So what we do is subtract and keep the sign a larger number. So you'll get 21. Positive 21. We didn't do anything with the 14, so we'll bring it across. Now remember, with the fractions, the sign have to go in front of the fraction sign. So a positive divided by negative is a negative. And we can start to simplify. 7 could go into this 3 times. 7 could go into this 2 times. So we have 3 over 2. And we can write it as a mixed number by saying 2 could go into 3 one time with 1 remainder. So we put 1 over 2 as the answer. And number 6, we could work it in parts. Negative by a negative is a positive. 2 by 3 is 6. And then you multiply by 6 again. And it being positive. So the top part will give us positive 6 6s are 36. Divide by -8. Again, we have to reduce the signs. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. And then we could simplify the fraction. Right? You could say 4 into this 2. 4 into this is 9. So we have 9 over 2. Right? And we could say 2 could go into 9 4 times to 1 remainder. So negative 4.5. Are going too fast or going good pace or right? So we're gonna work this part first. Positive 36 divided by negative. So a positive divided by negative is a negative. 36 divided by 12 is 3. Then you bring down the 4 to multiply. And the 4 have no sign, so we know that is a positive value. So negative multiplied by a positive is a negative. 3 by 4 is 12. Number 8, where they ask us to square, right? Negative 3 squared. Square means you multiply by itself. Sorry. Multiply by itself. So negative 3 multiplied by negative 3 2 times. And a negative multiplied by a negative is a positive. 3 3s are 9. With the cube, you multiply 3 times. 3 times. So you multiply 5 3 times. And again, you could look it in parts, or you could put a bracket. A negative by a negative is a positive. 5 by 5 is 25. And then multiply again. Positive by a negative is a negative. 5, 125. Right? And the last one, well, we have nothing to remove the brackets here, so let's bring it